Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here with the series we're running for the month of September. These are bands that I never really followed, and not really sure why with some of them, but we're going to explore that a bit here. So I've picked out 30 bands. Well, actually, my list is about 40. I may change some of them as I go along. But I got about 40 bands. I'm going to talk about one of these bands each day for 30 of them till the end of September. They're not in any particular order. They're not ranked or anything like that. They're just basically it's random. The only thing about all of the bands is that I like some of their stuff, but I just never really followed them, never bought any. Well, in some cases I actually did buy some albums, but for whatever reason I never really went deep into them. So the band I chose today, a 60s band, a band I've always thought that I should like a lot. I love the singer. I think she has one of the best vocal voices of any band, especially from that era time. They have a couple of songs that I really like. Of course, we're talking about Jefferson Airplane. I do have this particular album. I bought this album not so long ago, maybe 2-3 months, I think. I've played it a few times. I'm just not getting into it. I'm not really sure why. I think it's a little bit too bluesy. I do like, of course, White Rabbit is one of the great rock songs. They have some other songs that I like too. Don't You Want Somebody to Love? There's a few others that I like by them, but I never really probed too deeply. I did do a little bit of research on them when I had them in a couple of series I was running. Enough to know what the band is about. Psychedelic band, of course. A little bit bluesy, a lot bluesy. This album is quite a bit bluesy. I didn't really enjoy this album as much as I thought, and yet I picked this one because most people think this is one of their better albums, Surrealistic Pillow. I'd like to get more into them. It's occurred to me, but whenever I go there and I see their name, I'm not really sure what to buy, and I don't really want to probe and spend money on something I may or may not like because I bought this one already. Yes, I do like White Rabbit, and I think I was going to say Chrissy Hine. Yeah, that's right. No, Grace Slick here is a fantastic vocalist. She is a great stage presence and really is a strong individual. I think a lot of the band members are equally as talented, but I don't know why. I don't really like that kind of bluesy. Maybe it's the production of the album I didn't really care for. Maybe it's the kind of quirkiness of some of the songs. I mean, White Rabbit is fantastic. If they did more stuff like that, I'd be right into it, I think. But, I played it a few times and it went on the shelf. It's not going to get to go in the playlist or anything like that. You have to reach a certain standard that I know that I'm going to get something out of the album or that I'm going to like it before I'll put them in the playlist. Anyways, Jefferson Airplane, and then eventually they became Jefferson Starship, which I'll be honest, I didn't like any better and never followed them either. They were a little way too commercial for me. And then I think they eventually just became Airplane, didn't they? Am I wrong about that? I think it's Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, and actually I think the last increment of them was just Starship. Am I wrong about that? They're just called Starship. And they were extremely poppy, and so much so that Grace decided to bail on them. Anyways, yep. Not sure why. They got some good stuff, no doubt about it. Very influential band from the 60s, very psychedelic. I thought them being from the 60s, being psychedelic, having a great vocalist, and having those songs, 2 or 3 songs that I thought this is a recipe for me to really get into them, and it just hasn't happened. So That's my take on Jefferson Airplane today. I hope that you've liked this. If you have, please hit like, subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell. Any comments about the band or any suggestions as to what direction I might take to try and maybe overcome what I see as a letdown for a band that I do like their stuff. Maybe somebody might have a suggestion about that. That'd be good. Yep. So anyways, there it is. Jefferson Airplane. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of 30 bands that I never quite got into, or I never quite followed, I guess is the better term. So take care and have yourself a good one. Goodbye.